Hey, welcome back to the channel. Well, today we're going to do, it's kind of a landscape scene. It's got a little fishing pond. You probably can't even see it. I got it outlined right here. It's going to be right here. And pretty much the rest of it, I'm just going to wing it. I don't really have a plan. I got a little picture I can look at on occasion, but I'm not going to follow it exactly. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more future videos. Thanks for watching. All right, let's go ahead and get started on our sky. It's going to be a very pale sky, at least I think it is. I got some liquid white right up in here, and that's it. So let me see what kind of colors I can come up with here. Let me see what that's pretty pale. I may start here and work my way up today. Something a little different. I'm going to have a lot of trees here, a lot of trees here. I want the sky to be kind of pale. This is kind of like a fishing pond. That's what I would call it. It's probably going to have a little path that goes to it. And I would just call it a fishing pond, a place I'd like to go fishing. I like fishing, I just don't have time anymore, unfortunately, but that's how it is. This is probably going to be covered with trees up in here, most of it. See my palette, it's a mess. This is from last night. These are paints I was using last night on a painting. You can keep them for a day or two until they start getting a little hard on you. And then you have to get you some new paint. Yeah, see, I'm kind of winging this painting today because I don't have much of a plan other than trees here, a path there, and that. And that's about it. Other than that, we're just winging it. I like saying that word winging it because apparently I say it all the time. All right, I'm going to take a 1-inch brush and I'm just going to put some background stuff. Just some background. So I'm going to take a little brown and we're going to see how that looks. A little brown, a little ochre. I just want stuff. I mean, I'm going to put a tree or so in front of it. I just want something here. I don't know how this is going to all look when it's said and done, but I just want something here, something behind my trees. I'm going to do the other side the same way here in just a minute. Yeah, I couldn't find a picture that I really wanted to paint today. So I'm just going to try and use my imagination. That is not the best way to do it, let me tell you. But I wanted to paint something. I got to paint something today. This is my day off. I can't waste it. I got to paint because I like to paint and I need to paint. So we're just going to put this kind of stuff right in here. And I'll make it probably a little darker down in here, but for now, that's probably okay for now. Yeah, it's hard to come up with stuff to paint sometimes when you paint a lot. Coming up with a good composition. But then every once in a while you'll run across something and you'll be like, man, I gotta really paint that one. And then other times you try and try and try, and nothing, you can't find anything good to paint. Sometimes a good painting just falls right in your lap sometimes. This is raw sienna right here. I believe I got my brush into a second ago, and that's a good dark color to put down here at the base area. See, this paint's 1 day old and it's already getting a little sticky. You can't keep it more, you can keep it, sometimes it depends what kind of paint it is. I've noticed Prussian blue dries up real quick. And apparently this raw sienna does also. And then some paints don't dry up real fast. You can keep them a couple days. Just depends on what it is. And I'm gonna put some smaller background trees right here and maybe just little field, little small field right there perhaps. Just a little darker. Let's take a look. Them colors look good. I like those colors right there. Almost looks like a fall scene, don't it? Let me get me a different brush. I got a brand new brush, man. I'm so proud of myself. Got a brand new one. First time using it. You're going to get to watch it right here. Let me make me a little pile of colors here. I'm taking some black, sap green, and some white. Let's see. These trees here I just want to be distant. Just something kind of far back. Not much form to them. Just something in the background. And let me get me, all my brushes are fairly dirty from yesterday, but I think I can muster something up here. Let's see. Yeah, I just want just a little field or something right in here, just something small. Just a small little field. It ain't gonna come down very far. Maybe about as far as it's gonna go right there, maybe. Stand back and take a look, try to visualize it. And just a little something down in there. And these trees right here that I just put in. Let's see something here. A little too dark. I need to darken them up. I guess I'll just have to use this brush. I don't really have a good brush for that. I don't want them quite that dark. I just want to darken them up a little bit. I'll probably have to hit them again with the 1-inch brush to blend this in, because I'm not going to be able to blend it with this type of brush. Let's see what happens here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start putting some grass in. I put a big blob of stuff right there a minute ago, just basically to wipe it off my brush. But I'm going to go ahead and put some grassy stuff in, because I don't know where it's all going to wind up yet. I know it's going to have some kind of greenery to it. This is cad yellow light. Take some ochre. Take some ochre and put some in here and there. Then I'm going to take my 1-inch brush and I'll scrub all this in. Got some green, sap green. Sap green here and there. Let's put a little bit more down in here. This area here is going to be dark, so I'm going to say maybe the sun's coming down this way today. It kind of made my mind up when I done that, because now it would be better to have the sun coming down that direction, coming down this way. All right, little Prussian blue maybe. Prussian blue down in here. I got to use up some of these colors anyway. It's a good way to do it, ain't it? Just throw them down and mix them up. And this lake here, or this pond, I think it might be more like a pond. It's kind of going to be have a little green to it. Greenish blue. Let me find me a brush here that's good. I'm just going to mix up all these colors. I want to hit all the light colors first before I go into these blues and greens, because once you go down there's no coming back. You'll have to clean your brush. You'll mess it all up. So we'll go ahead and do this. And I'll put these random colors in here in case you've never heard me say it before. For variation, you want color variation. You don't just want green grass, you want lots of colors in your grass. It's more realistic that way. And we're going to come on down. And I'll be going over this again with the fan brush. Pull this out a little bit so I can get down here at the bottom a little better. Yeah, this is just basically putting color down. I'll go over it again with the fan brush, and that should be it. Once I'm ready to do that. Get all this color down, then we can start putting in some trees. Forming our stuff up a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put some water in here, put some color in here, then I'll be back. I went ahead and I'm trying to figure out where I want some trees. I know I want some trees, and I hate to cover up these nice brown trees, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I really don't see a better place for them. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and put some leaves on these trees, and I'm gonna use the 1-inch brush today. Because I've been doing the comma stroke on the leaves here lately, and this is just something different. We're gonna just do it this way today. Let's see, let's put one right here. And then I'll highlight it after I get these leaves on. When I do the comma strokes, I highlight the trees before I put the leaves on. And when I do it this way, I highlight the trees afterwards. Yeah, see, that's not a real big tree, and that's okay. I can still see some of my brown trees back there. And that's what I want. I want to see some of that brown. Because I like it. I think it looks good. You don't want to cover, you only cover stuff up when you don't like it, right? But sometimes you have to. As in this case. Sometimes you just don't have a choice. Okay, let's get the bigger tree now. Let's put one right here. This is black and green. I'm actually running low on green. Some more black and green. Should I highlight this tree first? I might have to do that. Highlight this tree first because this is going to cover up some of that tree right there. Trying to get all the green I can. Boy, I'm running low, man. Big time. Quick. See, there's hardly nothing there. I'm just trying to get what I can. Yeah, I think I want to stop there and put some highlights on these first. All right, let me show you what I'm doing here. At last check, I hadn't put the highlights on these trees yet. I went ahead and done that. I put me in a few rocks. I was going to put a path here. I may cancel that. I got a bush here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a stump here and a fallen log into the water. As I said, I'm just winging it today. This is what I'm coming up with. This is my composition for today. Before I put my grass down, I haven't done that yet either. Let's put us a stump right here. And defaulting back to the stump. That's what you really do when you can't find something to paint. You default to what you can remember, what you know. That's basically what you're doing. Let's see here. Let's bring this tree probably in there. Make it a little jagged on the end here. Probably like so. Bring it on down a little more. Paint this in. This paint is really wet. As everybody knows, you paint oil over oil, it's wet. Yeah, I think this would be a good beginner landscape painting for someone. I mean, it's not too complicated. Of course, I'm not done with it either, but it's just pretty basic stuff. I mean, there's nothing out of the ordinary. I think I might even put a little small little island, or not an island, but this ain't big enough to be an island. Maybe something protruding piece of land right here. Just sticking out. Let me try to get my brush to a chiseled edge here, or close to it. Hope I'm not in your way. Just realized I was standing in front of the camera there. Something like that, just a piece of land. Piece of land sticking out. Pull down a few reflections. I don't really have a clean brush. Maybe this one's clean. I like to use a clean brush on my reflections, as you should. Okay, there's that. Yeah, let me finish. I'm going to start highlighting these trees next, I believe. All right, I was wrong. Let's go ahead and do the grass. Got to do the grass first. I got me a clean brush that somehow I found. Laying back here doing nothing, being lazy, so that's what we're going to use. It's a clean brush. And I'm going to start in the back. It's always lighter in the back. We're going to have shadows of these trees too. We can't forget that. But I'm going to do the grass because I'm going to get it on the trees and everything anyway. There's no point in highlighting the trees first. That's silly. I don't know what I was thinking when I said that. Apparently I wasn't. It happens. I'm getting close to coffee time. Just try to get rid of this path right here. May have to use a darker color, some ochre. Let's see here. There's probably, the sun is coming down this direction today. So it's probably hitting over here too. Probably hitting in this zone. Now let's start switching it up. Let's put a little ochre in here. If I can find some clean ochre. See how your palette looks after you, I mean, this is a mess. Believe it or not, I do clean it off sometimes. Not after every painting, but I do, trust me. If I didn't, my gosh, it'd really be a mess. Let's just keep doing this. Put some of this up in here. This has probably got some yellow in it also up in this area. Sun's probably hitting that. I like using fan brushes because I just like the way they look. I mean, I like the texture of how they look when they hit on the canvas. A lot of people probably don't. I don't know. I do. A lot of people use the 1-inch brush, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do too on occasion. There's a million ways to do things. Okay, I'll keep doing that for a while. All right, now it's time. I got my grass in. Now it's time to start highlighting the trees. But I'm going to set my palette down because I got to keep my paper towels handy. And we're going to start highlighting these trees and start working on the rocks and whatever else we need to do. So I'm going to start, actually I'll start here on this tree. I'm just going to run some white. The sun's coming down this way. Run some white on the left. I'm going to twist my brush as I'm coming down. Always twist your brush. It keeps the paint coming off your brush. That's really why you do that. And just keep going down this. I'll probably have to go over it one more time at least. And hit areas that you might see. There's one there. And this one maybe there. Maybe one here. Just wherever you see it needs one, just go ahead and do it. While you got your paint out. This part, maybe a touch there. Okay, let's run this on down. Yeah, this painting here would be great for someone, well, a beginner, intermediate painter. I mean, this is just basic. This is just a basic painting, really, is what this is. Trees, water, grass, very basic. And that's what a lot of people want. I mean, that's what I want. I don't want to spend 3 months on a painting. I want to spend 3 or 4 hours. I mean, if I want to paint. Some people, I'll tell you what, I mean, their stuff is great. But man, they'll spend a year on a painting. I just can't do it. Nor do I want to do it. Not just that I can't, I don't want to. But I mean, their stuff looks good, looks like a photograph. I just don't have that kind of patience. I mean, a year's a long time. I'm gonna go ahead and just hit these rocks. I got a lot of green and yellow in these rocks where I just did my grass. So I might as well just try to wipe it out while I can. Now I'm gonna go over and put more highlights on these trees. Obviously, I might go ahead and work on doing some of that right now. So you don't think I'm gonna leave it looking this way. Let's get a little ochre, little sienna. I'll go ahead and pick this up now. This is a little raw umber, or raw sienna. Let's try that. That's probably a little too dark. Let's just try the umber. That's still pretty dark. I'm just trying to vary, you got to vary your colors up. Still don't like it too awful well. Let's put a little more white in it. Run it down the edge here. A brush could potentially be too dirty. And when I say potentially, it is too dirty. And I take Prussian blue and I usually put it down the back side of a tree. I just think it looks real nice. Some of you have heard me say this stuff over and over and over. But that's all right, it'll stick in your memory, won't it? Let's try yellow ochre and burnt sienna mixed together. Let's see how some of this looks. Looks okay, I guess. I'm gonna have to really wipe my brush off in a minute. Oh, that's a big chunk. Let's put that there. And just smear it in. Just smear it on in. Well, I'm gonna keep working on this and I'll be back. Right, we're getting close to being finished here. I told everybody on my last video I bought a new tube of Cad Red Light and I've been using it on everything. And I'm going to today too. I like it, I'm sorry. But I got these two bushes here. Let's see what this does. Let's bring out some color. Let's make these things pop here. Now I'm going to take a little white. Gotta wipe your brush off. Yeah, I like collars rather than just green and yellow. I mean, that's the common colors though. You gotta do kind of what you have to do, but I like other colors too. The brighter the better, really. Wipe this off one more time. Not as bright as what I wanted. Maybe I need to get into a better pile of white. Yeah, it's a little better right there. Just something different. Let me find me a fresh pile of white here. Your white gets kind of contaminated after a while. We'll probably start right here. Because you use white to mix everything, really. And when you do that, you get everything in your white, basically. Down to probably there's good. A little bit right here. Okay. Alright, now I'm going around with my liner brush, doing some liner brush work. Just wherever I think, might need some weeds. It's pretty much everywhere, right? Let's see, let's put a few right here. I don't want to put too many. But, around a pond, I think, is a real good place for a bunch of weeds. Let's see if we can put a few in here. Just here and there. Here and there and everywhere. This definitely looks like it should have some weeds growing out of it. Yeah, like I said, I really enjoy this painting. I put a couple big rocks right here. It needed something. This is completely bare. And remember, I'm winging it today, so that's what I came up with. Just got to use your imagination sometimes. And hopefully it's working at the day you need to use it. Because if it's not, oh boy. Going to be in trouble then. everything needs a little liner brush work. So you just don't want to overdo it. Maybe put a few right in here around the stump. You can see them. Well, it looks like we're finished. I went ahead and I added some more land right here. Put some cattails, that's what I call them, cattails right there. I think it looks more balanced. This picture would be perfect for someone that's a beginner intermediate or a beginner intermediate in between. This painting would be perfect. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.